Twisted characters make anime shows more interesting and thrilling to watch. These are some of the darkest female characters in the anime franchise. While some of the most popular anime characters are good-hearted and inspirational, in many cases evil and dark anime characters are just as beloved as the heroes of the show. Some of the bravest female anime characters had epic battles and even violent deaths because of these diabolical and homicidal maniacs. While these horrible characters are certainly not role model materials, they do make these shows more entertaining and in many cases more complex and emotional. Android 18 is one of the most powerful female characters in shonen anime who had a rather sadistic side. She also had one of the most interesting character arcs in Dragon Ball Z, since she was one of the few deadly villains who turned things around and became a hero. However, during her villain time, she killed hundreds of thousands of people just for fun or because she felt bored. For a good long while, she was one of the most unstoppable and cruel villains in Dragon Ball Z, who then ended up marrying one of the franchise's kindest heroes, Krillin. For a good long while, she was one of the most unstoppable and cruel villains in Dragon Ball Z, who then ended up marrying one of the franchise's kindest heroes, Krillin. NEFERPITOU aka Pitou is the most powerful and evil cat humanoid chimera ants who ever lived. She's easily one of the darkest anime girls who can easily rip off entire human limbs or heads without straining herself. She was also one of the most merciless female anime killers who loved playing with her victims both when they were alive and dead. She also had one of the most interesting personalities in the series and was a curious, cute yet terrifying female villain. Hunter x Hunter is one of the darkest anime series with epic battles and dangerous hunters. The story follows Gon's adventures as the young boy sets out on a dangerous journey to find his father, who is one of the top hunters. Noriko was one of the deadliest space pilots who killed her enemies. She did it ruthlessly and without any doubts or regrets. While she was mostly a calm character, she switched when it came to battle and turned into a killing machine while piloting her space robot. Noriko is also one of the anime girls with the highest kill counts and one who was one of the most merciless fighters of all time. Gunbuster is among the best sci-fi anime that's also one of the most underrated classic anime shows. The story follows Noriko's adventures as the young girl gets selected to be one of the vital pilots who'll have to defeat alien life forms. DAKI is one of the darkest anime girls of all time who was also one of the most powerful and terrifying demons in Demon Slayer. She was one of the most strong-willed demons who didn't like to take orders from others and was especially dangerous when angry. She was also one of the upper-rank 6 demons who became even more powerful when her brother was attached to her so much so that she became immune even to decapitation. Demon Slayer is one of the most heartbreaking and scariest anime shows of all time. Its story follows the young Tanjiro who sets out to become a demon slayer after most of his family members were murdered, and her sister was turned into a demon. KASANE is one of the most powerful characters and greatest antagonists in Durarara. She's a skilled fighter who can use her masterful sword fighting skills to defeat almost anyone. Thanks to her quiet demeanor and her ability to control her emotions at all times, no one knows that she's a calculating and cold-hearted villain. Durarara has some pretty unique and powerful characters with exceptional skills, and it's one of the few shows that have characters who can manipulate darkness. Its story is set in a dark fictional part of Tokyo where all kinds of dangerous creatures roam the streets alongside humans. YUNO GASAI is one of the darkest anime girls and is one of the most popular yandere girls in anime. While she might seem like a lovely young girl, she's actually a ruthless murderer who'd do anything to make sure that she and Yukiteru survive the deadly game. Future Diary is one of the scariest anime like Squid Game with plenty of violence and surprising deaths. It's about a group of young kids who all get a future diary they can use to fight each other to survive the evil god of time and space's cruel game. Is Death is one of the most powerful dark anime girls who enjoyed using her power to cause pain and suffering. She especially despises the weak, and thanks to her sadistic personality, she not only causes physical harm but enjoys manipulating others to cause great emotional agony too. Akane ga Kill is a thrilling action anime about Tatsumi who leaves his safe village in hope of finding a job and making good money. However, soon decides to join a group of assassins called Night Riad to fight against the corrupt empire that causes suffering to its helpless residents. Himiko is My Hero Academia's cutest and darkest character who wants to become as menacing and murderous as the hero killer. She's also one of the strongest members of the League of Villains. She's got an odd sense of humor and a weird infatuation with Deku, but Himiko is a great fighter, and while she might seem like she's not all there, she's actually quite intelligent. My Hero Academia is a highly motivational anime with plenty of heartwarming moments in the series. It's still not without darkness and epic fights. Its story follows Deku after he finally gets a very special quirk and embarks on a challenging and often painful journey to becoming a true hero. RIZE Kamishiro is Tokyo Ghoul's terrifying binge eater. She looks like a harmless and shy young girl, but she's actually a bloodthirsty monster who can't stop eating humans. She not only kills her victims but enjoys playing with and torturing them. Thanks to her sadistic personality and big appetite, she's one of the darkest characters in the series that's filled with horrifying ghouls. There are only a few dark anime like Tokyo Ghoul, and even fewer have such a high number of creepy and dangerous creatures as this iconic show. Tokyo Ghoul is about a young boy named Ken who is attacked by RIZE, but due to a freak accident, he ends up being turned into a half-ghoul. MIYO TAKANO is one of the darkest anime girls who were not only able to keep her true identity from other characters but from the fans of the show too. She's a cruel mastermind behind the curse of Oyashiro and is obsessed with immortalizing herself and her grandfather's research. She loves manipulating and using people as guinea pigs without caring about how much suffering and pain she causes. Higurashi When They Cry is one of the most heartbreaking and terrifying anime series with mature themes and a few surprising comedy elements. It's about a young group of friends who live in a fictional Japanese village that's terrorized by mysterious curses. Lucy is the sweetest and most dangerous dark anime girl in one person because of her split personality disorder. While Lucy is normally a kind and even naive young girl, her other personality is a brutal and cruel killing machine. Even though Lucy wants to be good, she's still one of the most dangerous anime characters because of her uncontrollable side. Elfen Lied is a thrilling but violent anime about two students who come across the seemingly harmless Lucy, who's secretly a serial killer on the run, and is set in a world where a mutant race, called the Diclonii, wants to kill all humans and take over the world. Junko Enoshima's cruelty is unmatched. She finds great pleasure in causing suffering and pain to everyone she can. Her highly toxic personality and intelligence make her an especially dangerous character. She feels no remorse and is purely motivated by the joy she gets from seeing others in emotional and physical pain. Danganronpa is a creepy show with plenty of sad deaths in the series, and it follows 6 students who get locked inside their school and are forced to kill each other. However, they will also have to go through a trial without being found guilty.